if we have the phone example and we see that, oh, it looks like people are congregating every Wednesday in this park and there's hundreds of people and they shouldn't be doing that because they might spread the virus. That's not, a lot of artificial intelligence, but we might miss that point if we don't have this type of system working for us.
And that's true. In that case, that's true. If you're just looking for a congregation around a certain cell phone tower that's sporadic, this kind of system can pick that up. But the question is that gain in efficiency worth the cost to civil and public and ultimately individual power?
That's the big question. Yeah.
To our liberty. Because when we look at this, right, this piece that I mentioned by Yuval Harari, which I would recommend everyone read, is what we have is a transition from government that's looking at us from the outside in mass surveillance. They used to be looking at your phone, right, and they wanted to know what you were clicking on, right? They want to know what you were reading, what you're buying, this kind of associated information. But now when we get into this health context, they want to know, are you ill? They want to know your physical state. They want to know what's happening under your skin. Imagine if we permit governments to say, look, we can track every cell phone of every person everywhere all the time. We can make inferences on the basis of this data set, and then we can take executive actions as a result of this information. What keeps them from going, well, we're worried about health. We're worried about public health. We're worried about protecting people. The primary symptom of the coronavirus is a fever, right? This develops before the cough and persists throughout the course of the virus. It's your immune system fighting it off. We're going to send an order to every fitness tracker that can get something like pulse or heart rate. And we're going to start demanding access to this kind of activity. And now we're going to go, well, these people have elevated pulses. And now, 5 years later, the coronavirus is gone. This data is still available to them. They start looking for new things. They go, oh, there's a terrorist group out there. They're putting propaganda on the internet, like we saw from ISIS.
This is the hammer looking for a nail kind of thing, right?
Right, exactly.
Which we've seen also in the last days with Clearview, this other company that provides facial recognition for law enforcement, that they're like, well, we can use our tool for the coronavirus.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, this is a constant problem, whether we're talking facial recognition. What happens now when we start to put these authorities together and remix them? They already know what you're looking at on the internet, right? They already know where your phone is moving. Now they know what your heart rate is, your pulse is. What happens when they start to intermix these and apply artificial intelligence to it? And Harari asks, if you have this bracelet that tracks your temperature and your pulse, and they know you're watching a propaganda video, or you're just watching a speech from a member of parliament who's the party in power at the time, and they see you get angry, right? Because emotions really are biological processes. These are products that have measurable states associated with them by sensors. And they go, well, this person doesn't like what's being said. It's one thing if an advertiser does this, still chilling, it's still dangerous, or a bank does it, or it happens in a job interview. But what happens when you have built, over the course of a generation, the architecture of oppression? And you live in Denmark, right? You go, look, my government's not that scary. I trust them. It's fine. The only thing I'm afraid of are the Swedes coming across the sea, right? And they haven't done that in a while, so it's okay now. Times are good. But then,
or the U.S.
there's an election.
That's a whole other discussion.
And then you get a Donald Trump, and then you think that's
there he is.
And then it gets worse.
Right.
And then it gets worse. And you have built a system of turnkey tyranny that is available to the next leader, that can, in secret, at any time, be twisted. And you have no civil power remaining to resist it, because you cannot coordinate. You cannot gather in public, because the government instantly knows all of these people are around. These cell phones have all congregated in the park to discuss politics, to sing songs, whatever. And the police are already there. And in fact, the police don't even need to be there to take some action. They can notify your employer and you no longer have a job. They can revoke your residence permit if you're not a citizen. All of these things can happen programmatically, algorithmically, and we are moving closer and closer to that world every day that we let panic motivate our decisions rather than rational reflection regarding inevitable consequences about this narrowing of our rights.